Hey everybody, what's up? TSK here and you're watching Shredded, the all-new fitness vlog slash show where I shred it and show you guys how you can shred it too. For those of you guys who might not know what shredded is, let me break it down for you real quick. Shred equals burn and it equals fat. Burning fat is something nearly everybody wants to do these days, except for maybe this guy. Sumo wrestling aside, it's very important to maintain a healthy weight with proper attention to nutrition, exercise, and sleep. So if you're ready, I'm ready, let's get it going. Right now, immediately, post haste, expeditiously. Can we do that again? I need... Alright guys, so here's the deal. I've got nearly 4 months of material already archived for you guys to show content. So, until we catch up, each episode of Shredded is going to have not 1, but 2 weeks of material. That's right, 2, which means more informative and action-packed content to help you reach your goals as you watch me push towards mine. Bonus! So since this whole series is going to be primarily based on my own fitness journey, I want to show you guys a few photos of me at my heaviest when I first started this process. Now, with that in mind, my lawyers have advised me to issue this statement before showing you said photo.
The following images are graphic in nature and should only be viewed by those with significant mental fortitude. Images have not been doctored, altered, or otherwise tampered with and reflect the full and accurate size of TSK at the time of the photos. TSK and its affiliates do not assume any legal liability for possible regurgitation, loss of consciousness, recurring fundamental images, or any other issues that may result from the viewing of these photos.
Viewer discretion is advised.
If I have ever seen anything in my life that needs some major shredding pronto, it's that thing. Seriously, bro, looks like you're in the second trimester already or something. And cover those up, man. Little kids could be watching this broadcast. Dang. Yeah, I'm not very proud of it, but that's where I was in the beginning. 287 pounds at 5'10". Now, I was pretty heavy back in high school and my freshman year of college, but not as high as 287. My peak back then was around 260 or so. And after a lot of hard work, my weight dipped way down from sophomore year of college in 2010 through early 2014. However, since 2014, the weight started creeping back, and it really wasn't too hard to see why since I had basically let myself go. Lots of stuff was going on in my personal life as well, which definitely contributed to the weight gain. Now all of this brings me to spring of 2015, when I started this second weight loss journey that I'll be sharing with you guys. Since accountability is key in any serious weight loss or general wellness program, I developed a fitness chart. It's a pretty simple way to keep track of what I'm eating, the exercises I do each week, as well as any comments I might have. Along with consumption and expenditure, I will also be documenting my physical stats on the second chart that Amron provides with their scales. It's rather comprehensive, which allows for you to input stats for a variety of important fitness indicators like BMI or body mass index, body fat percentage, skeletal muscle percentage, and resting metabolism. It also provides templates that give ranges for where a person should be concerning those indicators based on their age and sex. Now, for the purposes of Shredded, I'll be checking and recording my stats on a bi-weekly basis. It also helps to take these measurements on the same day and roughly the same time from weigh-in to weigh-in in order to maintain consistent readings. Now, the body composition scale that I'll be using, along with pretty much any other body composition scale, uses bioimpedance to measure other fitness indicators aside from overall body weight. Now, for those of you who may not know what bioimpedance is the process by which scientists measure the conductivity of the body, or more simply put, how quickly electricity passes through the body at any given time. Bioimpedance was first used as a method to measure other fitness indicators back in 1980, and has grown in prevalence since then because of how ergonomic and affordable it is as compared with other methods like the use of skin fold calipers, DEXA scans, and hydrostatic weighing. So this is my Amron HBF 514 right here. As you can see, this particular model has 6 electrodes. 2 for the hands up top, 2 for the soles of the feet, and 2 for the heels of the feet right here. Now, many body composition scales just have 2 electrodes for the feet, but using 6 or more electrodes provides for a more accurate reading, simply because there's more areas of the body that are being measured for electrical current, and therefore you get a more complete body conductivity analysis. Now here's where we get into my own progress with respect to weeks 1 and 2 of my shredded journey. This particular section of the program will highlight 2 to 3 wellness tips that I formulate just for you guys. So, without further ado,
Shredded tip number 1.
resist the urge to make excuses. Now, it is ridiculously easy to make up excuses for why you shouldn't start up a new fitness regimen. I mean, myself included. I told myself that I would officially be starting up my regimen a good while before I actually did. I mean, it just seems as in general, the hardest part of any large undertaking is actually getting it started. Now, that being said, even when you do get it started, the temptations to bail or flake out only get worse. And you can see some of what I'm talking about on my own fitness chart. Some of the more common excuses are, it's raining, I'm sleepy, it's too hot, it's too cold, the gym's too far, my leg hurts, it's too cloudy. There will always be a reason to slack off or become complacent. So you've got to develop the will to fight through it. And it's not always easy.
Shredded tip number 2.
Be organized and specific. Everybody has their own strategy for success, which includes varying degrees of meticulousness. For myself personally, I like to take detailed or at least semi-detailed notes on foods eaten, calories consumed, calories burned, and the types of exercises that I do. It really helps me keep track of my progress and helps me stay on top of things in general. At times, it may seem like keeping a fitness journal or chart is unnecessary, but the extra effort that you expend in doing so can really help you establish accountability, as well as helping you to readily identify any weaknesses in your current strategy. To be honest with you, one of the main reasons that I started up this YouTube show was to establish my own accountability. I mean, as I mentioned before, this is effectively my second time, and your second, third, or fourth, or whatever time you're on with respect to fitness and weight loss always seems to be a bit more difficult psychologically speaking. So by taking notes and sharing my experiences with others, I was able to get that little push that I needed to get everything started again.
Shredded tip number 3.
Water down your juices. I don't know about you guys, but I love orange juice. Now, the problem though with orange as well as pretty much any other juice is that it's extremely high in simple sugars, which are readily absorbed into your bloodstream and cause an increased insulin response to counter the increase in your blood sugar levels. It's no wonder why candies and juices are a go-to for diabetics when their blood sugar levels are low. In order to curb cravings, sluggishness, and avoid or reverse fat cell growth, blood sugar levels should be maintained at a relatively constant equilibrium. But if you don't want to cut juices entirely, watering them down is a great way to reduce the effect that the sugar has on your body, as well as effectively slashing the calories that you take in from that particular drink. And you'd be surprised just how many calories we consume exclusively from liquids in the standard Western diet. So you're probably wondering where all of this took me for the first official 2 weeks of my journey. I know I would by now, but before I reveal that, I'm going to give you my rough starting goals. By the end of this first phase of my fitness journey, I want to be at 12% body fat or less with 43% skeletal muscle mass. I'm not as concerned about overall weight as much as I am about composition, but to make this easier, we can use 190 pounds as a tentative benchmark. Now let's check out the official numbers for this first weigh-in. When I started this first period on April 27, 2015, I weighed 280.2 pounds. Of that 280.2 pounds, 116.8 pounds were body fat and 77 pounds were lean muscle. After weighing myself on May 12, 2015, I weighed, drumroll please,
Shredded.
271.8 pounds with a total loss of 8.4 pounds. Of that 271.8 pounds, 105.37 pounds were fat and 79.4 pounds were muscle. Therefore, my total fat loss for that first period was 11.43 pounds, and my total muscle gain was 2.4 pounds. As you can probably tell from this first weigh-in, measuring body composition is crucial for any long-term fitness program because your raw weight alone often doesn't tell the whole story. It's always helpful to look deeper into what type of weight was lost or gained to further develop your strategy. Now this final segment will be a food review, and since Shredded is based entirely on fat loss, I'll be weighing the pros and cons of each food that is featured in this section based on its utility, i.e. how well it actually helps you to burn fat. The goal of this section is to give you guys ideas for healthy alternatives and choices for you to help you along towards your goals. And it's also meant to help debunk the myths around certain foods that are purported to help you, which may actually hurt you, and vice versa. The foods that people say will hurt you, but actually will help you along the path to fat loss. That being said, this week's food for thought is the apple. Not that apple, wise guy. More specifically, the Granny Smith apple. Granny Smith apples were named after their founder, Australian horticulturist Maria Ann Smith in 1868. Their most common attributes are tartness, firmness, resistance to browning after being cut, and their distinct green skin color. The Granny Smith apple is also commonly used in apple pie, which many people in the States will be enjoying roughly a month from now on Thanksgiving. Nutritionally speaking, a medium-sized Granny Smith apple, which is roughly 3 inches in diameter, or 154 grams if you want to be technical, contains about 80 calories. It also provides you with 20% of your daily recommended value of vitamin C, which is great for boosting your immune system. Another important nutritional factor to consider when evaluating foods for fat loss potential is their glycemic index, or GI, which essentially measures the effect of that food on your blood sugar. The importance of maintaining a healthy blood sugar level cannot be overstated. The glycemic index ranges from 0 to 100, with higher values indicating a stronger effect on blood sugar levels. Generally speaking, foods with a GI of 55 or lower are considered to be low glycemic, according to glycemicindex.com, which is run by the University of Sydney in Australia. Granny Smith apples have an approximate GI of 38, which is pretty low. Part of the reason for this lower rating is that apples, along with many other fruits and vegetables, have fiber, which reduces the effect that fructose and sucrose have on blood sugar levels because it slows their absorption rate. As a rule of thumb, the longer something takes to digest, the less of an effect it will have on your blood sugar. So with all this in mind, I would give the Granny Smith apple a B. Now, I'm aware that it boosts the immune system and helps you maintain good vision, but the problem is that it still increases your blood sugar levels in a way that some of the fruits and vegetables do not. And the micronutrients that you gain from consuming a Granny Smith or any other apple simply aren't as high or beneficial as the micronutrients that you get from other fruits and vegetables. I should also say the sugar stopping power, as it were, that fiber provides for apples and a lot of other fruits and vegetables is drastically, if not completely, eliminated from the liquid form. So be careful. Now comes the part where I actually eat the food that I've been reviewing, which upon further consideration I will not be doing because that will be boring. Oh boy. What I will do though is let Leia try the apple instead. Now for those of you who don't already know, Leia is this channel's mascot. Check out my intro video from minute 6 onward for a refresher. The link is in the description below. Leia will eat almost anything for better or worse. It's all up to her mood. Let's see what she does. Ooh, what have we here?
I'm hungry.
Leia.
Stop
Time
it,
to come out and play. Got some nice apples for you.
It took you long enough.
Let's get this cage open.
Oh my goodness, just give me the yogurt drop, please.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Seriously?
Oh, and there she goes. Oh no, she went for the yogurt drop.
Heck yes, I did.
Could you be healthy? Wait a minute. I guess that means she doesn't want.
This camera on my face? No, I don't.
There you go. There it is. Yes. Yes, you're so cute.
Seriously, don't embarrass yourself on my behalf.
You're so cute. Oh, no, okay, I guess you're done with that?
That's what you think.
You're not?
Oh my goodness, your feet stink. Have you ever heard of deodorizer?
Here you go. I guess you are done. Well, that about sums up episode 1 of Shredded. I hope you had fun and learned something new. If either of those apply or you simply watched to the end of this episode, hit that like button down below to show your support. And tap the subscribe button to stay abreast of new content featured on this channel, including future Shredded episodes, as well as parodies and other humorous life commentaries. I want to reiterate that the purpose of Shredded is to empower and encourage people along the path to their fitness goals. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section. Thanks for watching.
Just keep shredding, just keep shredding, just keep shredding, 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 just keep shredding.